Hey everybody, Lindsay Meg here again. This is our new distributor video number 3, and we're going to focus in on social media and different aspects of working the business through social media platforms. So this is a weird angle, and that fan is making me look all crazy. So here we go. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to try and keep it between 20 and 30 minutes, but there's so much to cover on this topic that I don't know how long it's going to go. There are older videos of social media training. There will be newer videos that will say different things than what I am saying right now. And that's because social media is an ever-changing platform. Rules are changing. What Facebook and Instagram are doing and how they allow us to interact with each other is constantly changing. And then we get different perspectives on things, and that's constantly changing. So if you heard us say something before and it sounds different than what we're saying now, know that that's just because that's the nature of social media, and technology in general is forever going to change. So don't be mad at us about that. But I do have in the link or in the comments or in the description of this video a link. It's a different YouTube video that we did. It's about an hour long with more, way more in-depth discussions about different things that have to do with social media. It is older. It will say a little bit different stuff. But it's a really, really, really good one to watch. We did a Google Hangout with 3 of us and had the conversation going back and forth. So it was really, really good. Be sure to check that out when you get a moment. So we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to tell you if you plan to work your business mostly on social media, then you need to become an expert at social media and the different platforms that you use. And my advice to you would be to, one, if you're not already following John Eric Mosler, he is our adventure guru, or I can't remember his actual title with the company, but it's something adventure. So he's crazy loony off his rocker, and we love him to pieces. But he is always on top of what's going on with social media and the internet and different stats and stuff like that. And so he's constantly coaching us and teaching us how to live more authentically, how to be more thoughtful in what we're doing, and how to really just make new friends and bring our friends in on the business with us and to help them, and then to continue to make new friends. So that is the general idea of using social media. We don't want to be an ad. We don't want to be an ad in a magazine that you just flip past. We want to be the content that you see and love and like to hear about and read about and be a part of. So follow him. And then also, we are offered a social media training called the 100-Day Adventure. And it is available in your eSuite if you go to the It Works You graduation cap in your eSuite up there at the top. It'll give you 2 different options for your training. You can do the one provided by It Works, or you can do the Social Media Adventure. The Social Media Adventure is $99, and it does have a BV amount associated with it. You can't use it as your auto ship, and I don't think you can move it, but you will get paid off of it. So you buy this 100-day adventure, and there's literally 100 days, and you can go through them as fast or as slow as you want. You can do 1 a day, or you could do 5 a day, or whenever you get a second, just watch them until you don't have any more free time. So do the 100-day adventure. And when John Eric Mosler, he does Periscope trainings all the time, make sure that you make it a priority to be on live and participate, or you watch it within 24 hours, because they expire in 24 hours. But if you're working your business through social media, like I said, you need to become an expert. And the best way to do that is to stay on top of what's going on and really, really pay attention to what John Eric says. Now, we sometimes do things a little bit differently than he does. And that's by choice. So don't feel bad if you're like, well, if I don't really like how that works, I'm going to keep doing it the way I'm doing it, or I'm going to switch it up this way. That's fine. But he forces you to think about why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. So John Eric Mosler, really, really important. Now, something you need to know is that right off the bat, Facebook does not allow your It Works links to work. They just aren't going to work. There's a couple reasons they're not going to work and you can't use them. on It Works. And first and foremost, is because that technically is free advertising if they did work for us, and we'd be generating a profit off of their site, which they don't like unless we're paying for ads. So they don't want us using Facebook to get a profit unless we're going to pay for the profit that we're getting. So that's part of it. Another part is the algorithm. The Facebook algorithm is constantly changing, and you'll hear us talk about this a lot, but Facebook, when you post something to Facebook, there's only a certain percentage of your friends that see what you posted. And we think it's like 10 to 15%. And that's just because of the way the Facebook algorithm works. The more you interact with somebody, the more likely they're going to see your stuff. The more they interact on your page, the more likely they're going to see your stuff. The more you private message somebody, the more you guys go back and forth, the more they're going to have access to what you're posting. If you think about it, you can think of people like from high school, or you'll be driving down the road one day and you'll think, oh my gosh, so-and-so just pops into your head, and I haven't seen their stuff in forever. Are we still friends on Facebook? And you go look them up and they're still there and they're still actively posting. Why haven't I seen their stuff in my timeline? Because of the Facebook algorithm. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit about more how you interact with people on Facebook. But for now, just know that the algorithm, the more you post spammy content, the more you post links, the more you share stuff, the more that you share videos that aren't like authentic videos that you recorded on your phone and posted, the more they are going to restrict who can see what, and they consider you more of a spammy account. So keep your content authentic and interact with people authentically. We'll come back to that too. But posting your link does seem spammy because people know exactly what you're doing when you're doing that. Whereas when we incorporate It Works into our daily lives, it's just us posting about our life like everybody's doing, and we sneak It Works into the post. So it's less spammy to not use your link. And then we also encourage people. Facebook is just a starting point. It's a launch box. You are using Facebook to get your foot in the door with somebody, and then you're going to pursue that relationship outside of social media. So your goal is to make these contacts, get the interest, and move away from social media as fast as humanly possible, because there's several reasons. Facebook is so distracting. You can be there reading a long, wonderful message that a friend sent you, and all of a sudden you get notification, and your brain is gone, and you are clicking, or you can sit down to your computer and know exactly what you need to be doing. 45 minutes later, you're like, what was I supposed to be doing? Facebook is a distraction. It's so distracting. So once you've made this connection with somebody, write that name down on your prospect list or check them off or whatever, and then move the conversation away. And how do you do that? You say, oh, I'd love to send you more information about the wraps. Can I have, or what's your email address? I'm going to shoot you a few more before and after pictures and some basic information. Or shoot me your phone number and I'll text you. It's very easy when you say it like you would to a friend. Hey, what's your number? I've got some stuff to send you. Versus, is it okay if I have your number so I can send you some more information? Because if you ask a question, people are going to say no. They can say no. I'm not going to say they're going to say no, but they could. So just throw it out there. Hey, shoot me your email address. I'm going to send you some more information on the wraps. If you have any questions, you can let me know through text. Here's my number. Just, you're you, okay? Be you. So, but we want to move the conversation away from social media quickly so that we can keep the conversation going outside of the world of distractions, okay? So that's also very easy. They want to see your link. They want your website. Ask them for their number or get their number and shoot it to them in a text. Boom. And then you've moved them off social media that way as well, and you have contact information for future conversations. And then finally, I like to think of it like this. I am going to be the source of perfect customer service, or as good as I can give it, as good at customer service as possible. That's going to be me. We know It Works has great customer service, but I'm everything that they need. They want information about the wraps, they're going to ask me. They want to know what's in the wrap, they're going to ask me. They want to know how to use the wrap, I'm going to send them a YouTube video that's short and sweet and to the point and tells them exactly how to put that wrap on. They want to know why their wrap didn't work. I want them to ask me. So I'm the source of customer service for them, the best customer service that I can provide. That means I'm not going to throw them my link and let them go try and figure it out, because we know, yeah, all of our products are on the website, but if they're going to look for information about how does the wrap work, they're not going to find that on the website. So I don't want to just willy-nilly throw my website out there and somebody go looking for something and maybe not be able to find it, and I didn't even know that they went there to begin with. So best customer service possible is going to come from me. They don't need my website. Now, you'll have people who want to sign up via the website. That's fine. Give it to them away from Facebook through email or text. But you don't need it for social media. You don't. And if you really, or if you're trying to do a competition, or if you're encouraging people to do something on your website or whatever, sure, take a picture of your box of wraps, or you with a selfie with your box of wraps, and then across the top, edit into your photo your website. It's not going to be a clickable link. That's fine. It's still there. They can see it. They can type it out, and you can do it that way. And that also kind of, marks your stuff as your own stuff, your personal stuff. So there's a little bit about the links, why they're not usable on most social media platforms, and how we get around that. Of course, you could always put in lensmig.myaitworks.space.com. You can do that and say take out the space. But that just isn't as personal as saying, I'd love to throw your order in tonight. Let me get some basic information from you. Name, email address, phone number. Okay, so there's that. Now let's jump to posting. There is a very specific style of how you should post, and it is how you are naturally. And I know some of us have a hard time deciphering what that looks like. So I want you to think of it like this. And I just bumped this post up to the top on WrapSlingers. You can always go to WrapSlingers and search anything. So if you go to WrapSlingers and search the keyword storefront, you're going to see this post that we made about a year ago, January of 2014, that says your homepage is your storefront, or your Facebook page is your storefront. And essentially what it is think of your favorite stores, like the ones that you love to go to the most, that you hang out at. They usually are bright, they're cheery, you like the style, they smell good, you like the music that they play. You're just thinking of, what is it that made you comfortable in that store, that you love the clothes, you love the prices, whatever. So we don't have storefronts. We work through social media and our phones and whatnot. I look like I have a mullet and it's driving me nuts. So we don't have a storefront. Our Facebook page is our storefront. When people go there, you don't want them getting there and seeing ad after ad after ad after ad after ad. You want them seeing things that make them happy. You want them seeing your kids. You want to encourage and uplift. You just want to be a source of joy for people. So think about that as you post what you post. If you post a new music video that hasn't gone viral yet, I think I did that with a song a couple summers ago. Nobody had heard of it yet, and I shared the link, and I know a lot of my friends started loving it because they got it off my page. So I'm kind of on the forefront of that. If you are really passionate about cooking, post cooking stuff all the time. Post before and afters of your meals. Post things that went wrong. Make people laugh. If you find a funny meme, of course, post those. You want to post anything and everything that is going to, that is going to keep people coming back to your page. You want them to stay interested in what you've got. So your Facebook page is your storefront. Brand yourself, okay? Become an expert at something other than at work. So you're an expert at fitness. You're an expert at having a good time. You're an expert of all the new movies that come out. You're an expert at the best place to find kids' clothes for cheap, or couponing, or whatever it is that you already love to do in your life. And continue to post about those things, because that's going to keep people remembering that you are not a spammer. You're not in this just for the sale, that you're a real person and they love you and they don't want to block you or hide you on Facebook. Okay. Hush, Siri. So next, let's see. ad versus lifestyle examples. We've talked about this a lot, but something that I like to do if I'm dry, if I don't know of anything to post, I'll go to Instagram and I'll search the hashtag crazy wrap thing. I do not use this hashtag, but I search it because a lot of it works distributors do, so I can see what people are posting about. And you can just kind of scroll through. If you see something you like, screenshot it, crop it, and use it. But you want to be careful about a few things. Don't post the super spammy stuff, and I'm going to try and find you something like that. Don't post anything that is really grainy. If it's grainy, that means it's been posted and reposted and reposted and reposted and reposted, and now it looks really terrible. So this is an example of a really grainy one. You see how grainy that is down there at the bottom? People can tell that you're just sitting there reposting what everybody else is doing, and that doesn't look authentic at all. What's another one? Okay, so wrap ingredients. It's been stretched. It's grainy. It's super busy. It's way too much to read. I mean, you get the idea that they're saying it's all food. Let me see if I can find a super. Okay, this is a good one. Are you going to read that? Are you going to sit there and read all 500 of those words? No, you're not. It is busy. It is too much. It is too much to try and keep up with. Let me see. So I'll just scroll through. I mean, there's some really great ones in here, and there's some really terrible ones. This is a great one. Nope. Million words. Fat Fighter, what does it do? Yes, that's all good information. Take one really exciting thing about that and share it on your post about your Fat Fighters where you're holding a picture of Fat Fighters yourself. Before and afters are always great because a picture speaks 1,000 words. So I would say 99% of the time, if you're posting, you need to have some kind of picture with your post. Where is one of the ones that I'm thinking of that's just fantastically terrible? For example, this. Yeah, they creatively put it in a collage there, okay? But they took all stock images that ItWorks gave us, and they are throwing them together in a collage, and that gives zero value to what we have or what we do. You give our products value. We know our products are valuable. Why do we know that? Because that's what gives it value. Because they change people's lives, because of personal testimonials you've heard, because you know what it can do, what it has done, what it's going to do. We give our product value. So find different ways to make our products super valuable. I want you on my team. Join today for only $99. You want to join, don't you? Why does somebody want to join your team? Because they see you doing something that you love doing. You've given it value. You are telling how it's helping you. You've given it value through your why or your posts about what your ItWorks paycheck or about cash has allowed you to do. So you're giving value to our company and to our products, and you're doing this through your posts. Now, when you post, your goal is not to get 1 million likes and a ton of private messages. Sometimes those things will happen, but that's not your goal, because your goal is to make a personal connection with people, and that's usually through private messaging. And then they continue to see your posts and become more interested in the product, more interested in the business. So your posts are just the water on the seed, the sunlight on the seed. I've used that analogy a million times, but the fertilizer on the seed, that's what your posts are. It's a reminder, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm loving it. I have more that you think you know everything about what I've got, but you don't know everything. So that's what the goal of your post is. If you make your goal to make the most awesome post in the whole wide world, which that should be your goal, but to make the most awesome post so that you get 500 likes and 2 shares and 50 distributor prospects, you're going to be wildly disappointed, because that's not how it works. Okay. Do not share someone else's post. Do not click the share button. One, that messes up your Facebook algorithm, and two, it looks spammy. And if somebody is interested in the post, they're going to click it, and it's going to take them back to the originator's site, not yours. So do not share. Do not copy and paste 100%. We say share our stuff all the time. That means screenshot, share it, crop it, share that, or use that. Copy and paste the words and use that. But you have to change up some of the words. If you're in the UK, change the pricing. Obviously. If I share a tidbit about my story and you like the post, share a tidbit about your story instead of my story, or say my upline or my friend or my sponsor or whoever. Share it, but make it yours more for two reasons. One, you don't want to be a copycat. I mean, we share stuff, we share information all the time, yes, and we're one team, one mission, so use our stuff. But two, if you have any mutual friends, they're going to know so-and-so just posted this, and then you just posted it too. Y'all are just sharing all the same stuff. We don't want to do that. And then three, Facebook has a new section of their algorithm where now they are seeing information that has been duplicated from one place to another. So if you're copy and pasting somebody's post and word for word, it's exactly the same, they're going to pick up on that, and it's going to change so that less of your people see your stuff because they're going to know you're spamming by copying and pasting. So change up what you're sharing. Continue to post your real life. Like I said, this is many people's story. The only reason I didn't block Erin Austin for 2 years while I watched her do this business is because I love her children and wanted to watch them grow up, and she continued to post about her kids. If she had just become a spam account where she was just posting It Works all day, every day, 100% of the time, I would have stopped. I would have blocked her pretty quickly. Edit your pictures if you can, if you have access to apps. Some apps that we love are Rhonna Designs, RHONNA, PicLab, PicTapGo, Beautiful Mess, A Beautiful Mess, or Beautiful Mess. Who else? Let's see, some good ones. Find some good apps. Ask around what people's favorite apps are. If you like the way somebody edited something, ask them what app they used and go edit your pictures. You don't have to do it all the time, and if it's a huge waste of time for you, don't do it. But try and make your pictures look like you showed them some love, because we all know that terrible lighting can do bad things for a picture, or a grainy picture, or a well-edited picture gets a little bit more attention. So edit. Add words every now and then. Add a cute quote. Put your website on there every now and then. Don't do it 100% of the time. None of this stuff is 100% of the time across the board. You are just trying to find unique ways to be yourself in different avenues, okay? Continue posting your real life. Edit your pictures. Yes, the algorithm we've talked about a million times. And then here are a few. This is going to be the end of it. I hope I've addressed most everything. But here's some basics to having an editorial eye. So I was an editor in college for our school newspaper. And then Erin was an editor of a magazine before It Works, before Babies. And there are just some basic rules of thumb to keep in mind when you're making these posts, because there are things you can do to turn people off accidentally without knowing it. One, no abbreviations. First of all, nobody out there knows what LC and DT is. We do because we use it just to shorten up what we have to type. But don't put looking for 4 new LCs. Don't even put looking for 4 new loyal customers. They don't know what that is. So you got to find ways to say what you're trying to say correctly, grammatically, spelling. Use spell check. 2, 2, and 2 for the love of Pete. Can we use the right twos in our posts? That's one of my personal pet peeves. And I do it. I have to go edit my stuff all the time because I get in a rush and I forget. Less is more. If you write 5 paragraphs about why you love Confianza, chances are most people aren't going to read it. Now, if you have a really emotional, gripping story about the birth of your child, people are probably going to read that because it's your experience. But less is more. If you can say the same thing in fewer words, you're golden. If you have 15 reasons you love Confianza, don't put all 15 in a post. But number 1, this is the number 1 reason I love it. Number 2 reason. Number 3 reason. These are all separate posts. Less is more. The fewer words, getting your point across, getting people interested, that kind of thing. Good quality, not grainy. well lit, good lighting. Um, not used 100 million times and people have already seen it. Spaces. Okay, when you're writing things, if you do have a few more words that you want to share, put spaces. So if you don't, all your content is right like this and it just looks like a blob of words for people. Because remember, Facebook and Instagram are just places where people scroll. But if you can say something in all caps and then put a space, 2 spaces in between the next set of words, and then put something with some asterisks around it or emojis around it, that's some more eye-catching and it's easier to read. Here's a sentence, here's a sentence, here's a sentence. So put some spaces in there, and then emojis and characters all over the place. Not all the time. There are some really cute posts where there's like an emoji every 3 to 5 words. Do those every now and then. Don't do them all the time, because then people will just know you as the emoji poster girl, and they'll flip through your stuff because they've already read it 5 times, and so on. So I hope this wasn't too long. I have no idea how long it was. And somebody is watching me live. Hi. It's really embarrassing. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message. Let's take it back to those private messages that we have for the team. And then, or on the Rap Slingers page, feel free to contact there for questions. Click the link for more in-depth social media training that we did in the description of this video. And hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Love you. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.